Grandmaster Jackson is back here with you. I got 2 pieces of fish. As you can see here, I kind of lanced them a little bit while I can cook my crust. Make sure it cooked a little bit quicker. I got 2 pieces. What I'm gonna try to do is, I'm cooking a southern style catfish. So that means I'm gonna try to put the thickest crust on here I possibly can. Now my binder that I'm using is always some good old mustard. So I'm gonna put a little binder on here, a little mustard. A little bit more mustard. A little bit more mustard. I'm gonna try to set a thick crust on it. All right, that's good enough. Now, what I'm gonna do here is, I know it's a little dark over here. I'm gonna go with my black pepper first. Put a little black pepper on top of it. That's lots of black pepper. Nevertheless, I'm gonna set a thick part on it. All right. Go a little bit with my other seasoning. Flip it over. Put a more seasoning. Flip it over. A little bit more seasoning. That's a lot of black pepper. Almost like a blackened catfish. Flip it over. A bit more seasoning. Flip it over. A little bit more seasoning. And you see, I kind of do pretty good with that seasoning. All right. Salt. Flip it over. A bit more salt. And that's why I really don't care too much about lots of salt. All right, kind of shake it and put a little bake to it. All right, right now everything is just stuck. It's stuck. It bind itself. Let me go a little bit closer to it. That season right there, it really just done bind, stuck itself, sticking to the fish. That's what you want. All right, and immediately right away, I'll come in. Let me get another clean glove. All right, so what I'm gonna do is, I got it binded real good. What I'm gonna do is, put it in my batter. I'll show you the batter. Cover the batter up real good. Cover your fish up with your batter real good. Get it real good. Alright, now what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to let it sit in that batter for a couple of minutes, maybe 2 or 3 minutes. Because I want my batter to stick to my fish. Alright, we'll be back in 2 or 3 minutes. We're going to let that stick. Alright, we'll be back. Now let's take a look at the batter. Not too much the batter, but the fish on the batter. Let's see how it looks. All right, that's what you want. That's what you want, that right there. And sometimes when you see people taking fish, dumping it into milk and all that kind of stuff, they're doing it to set a batter, set a thick bark, I think I'm barbecuing, set a thick batter on it. And so if you let it sit for a couple of minutes or 2 inside of your batter, you don't be in a hurry, you'll get a thick coat of meal on your fish. That's all I did. Now most of my binder, which was mustard, it caused the season to stick to the fish. So after I used up my my binder that caused the season to stick to the fish, then it kind of dried back up because it was froze with the seasoning. So in order for me to get another binder on there, I had to dump it in milk or something like that, something that was wet, egg yolks or whatever. But I didn't do that. What I did was I just put it in my batter, covered it up for a minute or two in my batter, and now you see that we got a good nice coat of batter on the outside. Let's drop it and let's see how this is going to cook. Now I don't cook fish on 350 unless I'm in a big old pot. If I'm in a big pot, in a small pot like these deep fryers, they kind of this is a real medium size. Not even a medium size. I would call this a small deep fryer. And the one that sit beside it, it would be just a hop above that one. I don't even cook in a large deep fryer. I have a pot that we do fundraisers with. It's the old stew kill pot where they make stew out of. I mean, where they make stew in, and usually make soup. And so that's the one that I have that I have to get the tip all the way up to 350. I have to make sure before I drop a piece of fish in it, because if not, then the batter will not hold in that pot. It will not hold in that grease in that temperature. But this temperature 320, it'll hold. It'll lock the batter on. I'm not gonna lose my my batter or anything like that. So we're gonna see what's going on here in a minute. And these two pieces of fish, I will be eating them. I'm going to show you the cook on them, but I'm going to take these down. They are going down. I would take them down. I love their fish tails. That's what they are. The tail of a catfish. That's what they are. And I love them. My mother used to eat them all the time. But I found out there was lots of grease in that tail. Why? I don't know. A whole lots of grease in that fish tail. And I used to have to go to the fish market when my mother was alive and buy a whole lot of fish tails. She had regular fish, but she made sure that I got $10 worth of fish tails too. And so I kind of kept the old tradition fish tail going. All right, I'm gonna raise them up just a little bit just to see. See how they look. See how that batter is on there. Now, I'm from Tennessee. We do this down here in Tennessee. You know, we kind of been doing it for a while. I watched Mama, watched Grandmother. We went out and caught fish in ponds, and that fish would be just a crispy and nice coat of meal would be on it. And this is the way they did it. They didn't use milk. They didn't use butter. Not butter, but they didn't use milk nor buttermilk. They didn't use the egg yolk or anything like that. They just, like I said, they might have put a binder on it from the beginning, but after that, they let that meal kind of did its thing, because that fish will moist up anyway. It's going to moist once you put your season on it. Let it sit, and then put it in your batter. Let it sit another couple minutes. You got everything you need for its binding it up. Now let's look again. See that pretty coat on that fish? I'm gonna let it cook some more. You like what I'm doing and how I kind of go about trying to explain? And the reason why I say trying to explain, because there's so many different ways you can fry fish, and so many different ways you can, as I was mentioning, some of the ways you can cause your crust to be on your fish, get you a good binding meal on your fish. There's many ways to do it, but because I'm from Tennessee down south, this is the way we do it. We're not going to change. We're not going to change for the northern, and that's why when people come our way, they have something special to come to. It's not the same thing that they can get anywhere else because of the way we go about doing it. Let it cook. Let it cook. And if you like these videos, as I was saying earlier, always share my videos with other people, some of your friends, neighbors, or whoever. Always share the videos, like, give me a thumb up or a thumb down. It don't make no difference. Make sure you subscribe though. Do not leave off this channel without subscribing to David Jackson Barbecue YouTube channel. We appreciate it. This fish is about ready, I promise you. It's been cooking for about 4 minutes. I always let my catfish steaks and catfish, whole catfish, I normally let them cook anywhere from 5 to 6 minutes, and my catfish steaks and my tails, I normally let them cook for about at least 45 minutes. Now if it's a catfish fillet, I only let them cook for about 3 minutes. And we probably passed the limit on this. So I'm gonna take it out. Bring it closer to the light. Put it in the light so you can see it. I just want you to see it. See how beautiful it is? See that catfish? It's beautiful. It is beautiful. All right. Listen up here. All right. The Grip Master always say like and subscribe again. If you want to know more how I go about cooking, whatever I does or whatever I cook, just hit me up. Hit David Jackson YouTube, and you might just find me on there cooking what you like, and maybe cooking according to the way you like. All right, Grill Master always say peace out.